I'm going to encourage you to get them out of the box and use them and make pretty things. Let's get those photos or those memories off those phones and into something that can be giftable for a loved one. So you get that absolutely free, and that's just the encouragement to use your craft stash this year.
This is a phenomenal deal, because on top of having all this gorgeousness that is brand new today, you have got an incredible saving in the club of £24.59. Now, that saving that you have in the club basically means that in the club you're not paying for the paper pad and the stamp set that you have got in there. Now, on top of that, of course, you have got Flexi. You have got Flexi on everything on the show as well as on the website. Now, on the first payment in the Flexi club, where you will be paying £29.68, and of course the Flexi admin fee will be added to that first payment. Now, if you want yours, 350689 is your item number. 15% of the stock has now gone. It's flying out, and we have got more brand new items as well as happy hours. So check the website out. And remember that there is cap PMP at $3.99 per order. Or if you are a Freedom member, you don't pay PMP, so you can check your baskets out as many times as you want. Now, we have got a duo right here.
Yes, so you've got two of our best-selling lines here. We have the Reflection collection, which is the inbuilt reflection. So you don't have to do the technique of trying to reflect the design down. It's actually built into the stamp. And this one comes with a nice fence, a foliage tree, a lamp, so great scene setter. And then over here we have our wonderful lamination stamps, which are that two-part combination that make you look like an artist. So you can create the reflection but don't have to understand or learn the technique in any way, whether you stamp it out in a solid black, whether you just play around with colour or build it in with anything that you have in your stash there. And I'll just keep passing them to Paula because she's cool. And there we go. And you don't have to use them in reflection form if you don't want to. We didn't really show any samples for the other one. We'll come back to those.
We'll come back. There were some,
we've got some nice samples for those. But look at these built in with your painted mounts.
Yeah, that's
You would never normally put them in with your painted mounts, but if you want to add some colour, do a lighter stamp on the base. These are wonderful, wonderful stamps to play around
think with these ones also is such a glorious kind of celebration of life. It could be friendship, it could be like, you know, a happy anniversary, it could be an engagement, it could be all sorts, including of course the friendship. And now if you want to celebrate yourself with this duo, well, you have got an £8 saving, and of course if you are in the club, of course you get even a further saving of £11. Now with this stamp duo, as well as the pretty things inside Color Chapter 2, once it's gone, it's gone. Actually, with everything, including the happy hour, we are going to have a look at now. So if you want to secure your order, if you want to secure your amazing pretty things, you need to check your baskets out. 517442 is your item number. And remember, you are saving over 20% in this bundle. Now, we have got another brand new today as well. Now, I am completely taken aback with this embossing folder because I have never seen an embossing folder with a realistic be nice. A quarter of the stock has already gone. You already found it. And again, this is another set that, well, like everything from Stands By Me this hour, once it's gone, it's gone. Right, what do we get here?
So in this particular, well, a couple of weeks ago and this weekend, we brought you some embossing folders that were really different. We brought you a lady and a gentleman, a bride and groom, an abbey, a table gathering. So we've brought you some really different ones. Tried to step away from florals for a short time because we've done hundreds. So we've done this incredible bee, and when I run this one through, you see every single hair on the bee's body. It's so detailed, it's high definition. So you get the embossing folder, and then we've popped in this lovely paper pad, which is our all surfaces, and it gives you the look and textured feel of, maybe on this occasion it's concrete and it's got tones of greys and purples. And it's just a lovely one which is uncoated, so you can stamp onto it, you can heat emboss, you can sand them back, add colour if you want to. When I show you this on your embossing folder, you're going to be blown away. And it just creates that lovely texture underneath without you having to worry about, all my cards are plain because I always use white. Well, run them through on some of our all surfaces papers and you really do get like textured and tones in the background without actually thinking about it. Just run them through.
Really
so you get that in there as well.
And it's only £17.98 £10 if you are in the club. And of course, like everything else, you can flexi-buy it into two. 923145 is your item number. If you want yours, remember KPMB as well. Maybe you want to add a happy hour, which makes a lot of sense. I adore this stamp set. It's one of those ones that is just like beautiful, and it's bright. Bright because it allows you to use bright colors with it.
Absolutely. And if you're starting out as a crafter, florals are a great go-to. They're timeless. Okay, so large open areas there. So whatever media you like to colour with, you can colour watercolours, alcohol markers, whatever it may be, and you get two large ones. So it's an A5 stamp here for like less than £10. It's an incredible deal, and you get some lovely sentiments too as well.
Indeed. And 918631 is your item number. And of course, if you are in the club, well, even if you're not in the club, it's less than £10. If you are £8.99, which means it's better than half price in the club. Right, remember you have got 49 minutes to check your box. I always get confused, don't you know? I get confused with right and left.
As long as you don't stick your finger up my nose, we're all right.
Well, I'll try not to do that. Have never done that.
Not yet.
Not yet. I have slapped somebody in the bottom accidentally, but but that's even worse, isn't it? Anyway, there's lots more deals. Now the bundles of cards is absolutely flying out. There's other items as well, like Harvey and Friends, the Fancy Holiday Scratch and Reveal. Oh, I love that with a camera. I just love a camera. I don't know why. $9.99 is of course the price of the happy hour. $8.99 in the club. And yes, you can flexi-buy that as well. Even if it doesn't have the flexi-buy banner, you still can do that. Beautiful butterfly florals as well that we have got on the show. And of course, the mulberry frames. Now we have got one of our Toni's mates, our Sarah from Funky's Fossil, had launched this beautiful Stella page, so we have it on the show as well. Coordinates beautifully with everything that our Toni brings, because it's all about pretty things. And remember, this is the launch of the brand new pick of the week, Pretty Things Inside, chapter number 2. And it's funny, isn't it, how the brain thinks, like my brain still thinks that it's Tuesday today, but it's Monday, right?
No, you've got a long week ahead, darling.
I do indeed. I'm here until Wednesday.
So let's just have it. This is obviously the full, complete collection, what you're going to get. So I think we're going to start with the Incredible Die, because that's Paola's favourite, and we'll work through the rest of the system. So I'm here for 2 shows today, and then Laura's with you tomorrow.
Nice.
So she'll be doing some creative demos too. So what I'm going to do is, this particular die is lovely because you get the exterior die, which means you can create those shaped cards. So if you want to do New Year, New Craft, I keep saying, and you want to change up your craft a little bit, then maybe exterior dies are going to help you do that and make shaped cards. I love shaped cards. I think it's just it's something different,
absolutely.
isn't it? So in this particular one, you get your exterior die. I'll just separate them off so you can see. And then you get your foliage die, which is this one, and I'll leave the centre one on the packet. I'll just pull it from the tape here. So here we have the foliage, and then this one stays in the page, okay? Right. So if you put this through your card, I'm going to show you so you get a feel of how it works, but let's cut this one through first. Okay.
By the way, if you wanted to go for the die on its own or any other individual from the collection, you can go for individuals. However, what happens is, of course, that people go for individuals sometimes and then they sell out. So if you just wanted to go for the garden frame, it's 106815. Of course, when you go for the full bundle, that's when you get basically you're not paying for the papers or the stamps. But if you want to go for this one, $17.99 if you are in the club. And you could flexi-buy this as well.
Yeah. So I'm just going to run this one through and show you how it works. Super easy. So I'm just going to pop this into the machine. Okay. I'll just run this one through. I'll run it back as well, just for the detail. I love foliage.
Yeah.
It just covers so much of your craft. So then when you take it off, you'll be able to see from the back if it's cut. It's cut lovely. So we'll just pop that out of there. Give it a shake and a twizzle. If you run it through the machine and it hasn't quite cut, just change the twist your die
twist
a
it
little bit and just so the pressure goes up to a different edge. And look at that, pop out all of those little pieces. That is so nice, isn't it?
And I love that they are leaves and branches rather than flowers, because you know, it's so beautiful to have something like that, that then it's almost like it will work with other themes. Like flowers, sometimes we don't want to use for cards for men, but leaves are just perfect.
They're just lovely, aren't they? I just love foliage. Everything I create these days has got a ton of foliage in there.
And the smaller pictures, I guess, if you trim a photo, it will fit inside here.
Yeah, it will. So let's use this part here now. So this is where the detail drops out of the centre. So you can pop this inside if you want to, like so.
Yeah.
And it'll cut through. So let's do that actually. So just pop this on here, pop this in the centre, and then we'll just run this one through. So this is going to leave like a lovely frame. So you've got options, you see. The reason why we separated them is so you can have a full piece like I just showed you there, or you can pop this in and create a wonderful frame.
Perfect. I adore this die. It's just, I think it's just such a, I don't know, it's just one of those ones that I know myself, and I would be die cutting this one and kind of coming with acetate cards and so much more. By the way, a quarter of the stock of the full bundle has gone. If you want yours, you know what to do.
So now when you cut it through, it looks like this. Now you don't have to take the centre out if you don't want to. I am, because I have a card prepped, but you don't have to. If you wanted to leave it so it looks like it's been die cut, you could paper piece the elements back in if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So let's just show you this.
Oh, that's so
and now we have one that's got foliage, interior and exterior. It's really, really pretty. So let's just move this one out of the way.
Yeah. By the way, 20% of the die on its own has gone as well. Very busy for it, both part of the bundle individually. If you want yours, always add it to your baskets, but check the baskets out, because a lot of the times, it happens to me, doesn't it, to you, that you put something in the basket thinking, oh, it's secure, I reserved it. Well, it's not really, you know, it comes bounces back after a while, and of course somebody else may get it then that way.
Yes, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the same interior die and just show you another option when I put this card together. So I have just a piece of rectangle card. I'm just going to pop this in the centre. And then let's run this one through. So I'm just going to show you some options all in the same demo.
Right.
It's quite an interactive die, really. There's so many opportunities to make it look different, seem different when you make your cards. A little bit of foam behind, you could create dimension and layers. So now we have what could be a box lid.
Right.
Pop out your pieces with a little pokey tool or something. So now you can see how
I love that.
We've just got this one now. So if you pop some paper behind, you can really see how pretty it comes to life, okay?
We take one, well, this one is not from the collection, this one is from the other bundle, but let's put it like this as well, because look at that.
That's a lovely colour, that,
isn't it? That works so well. By the way, half the stock of this die on its own has gone. I'm not surprised. I mean, in my head, I'm already playing so many.
Already building.
Oh my goodness, I am. You know what? And one of the other things I love is that it's symmetrical inside, and I didn't realize that. And this is how clever it's been designed, because then that means that there's lots more possibilities, but also intertwining. I love this die.
Nice, isn't it?
Really,
Super
really
nice.
love it.
So let's just get our card blank here and let's just build something quite creative. So I've just chosen one of the lovely pattern papers. This is like a watercolour one. It's really, really pretty. How you're going to choose when you're going to cut into them, I don't know. A lot of you said that you couldn't cut into them last time. Please use
we
them.
can add an extra paper pad if you wanted to. The details at the bottom coming up for the paper pad on its own. I always think that the consumables, the papers and things like that, is always worth adding an extra one. 15% of the stock has already gone. Is the delicate Flora paper pad, 845021. How do you pronounce Flora? Flora?
Flora, that's right. Well done.
So my Spanish brain goes like Flora, which is slightly different, but from
You're all right. It's good.
Where's that?
You're doing well.
Someday.
It's not margarine.
It's sometimes I find it that, and that's really funny, sometimes my brain is just like literally cannot pronounce words in the English way or in the Spanish way. When I'm speaking Spanish, it just comes in the English accent throughout. So that's like,
It's fine. I think people know.
yeah. I had a lovely lady at Sandown saying, it's like, you know, actually, I understand every word you say. I'm very proud of it. I was like, well, I'm pretty proud of that lady. I was like, well, you must be the only person in the world, including my mother. My mother doesn't understand every single word I say.
I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does. So I'm just going to set that aside, and I have my lovely frame here now. I'm going to just use Sarah's Starlight. So that's this one. Now, I know it's a paste, but I'm going to use it as a little bit of sparkle with my finger. So I'm just going to dip my finger in, and this is, if you're going to get any of Stella pastes, please get this one, because it's going to see you through Christmas. It looks great on white, it looks great on black.
And it's one of those ones that is proper AV in the sense that you are getting all the spectrum of colours in there. Because sometimes they are only greens or only warm tones. Here you can see yellows, you can see reds, you can see pinks, you can see blues, you can see purples. So it's a cool and warm kind of iridescent, but of course transparent. You're getting 150 ml for £10 79 pence. Yeah,
it's big. It's going to see you through. So if you like your sparkles down on the snow, on roofs and things like that, that's why she's done it in a big pot as well, bless her, because she knew that this is the one that you are probably going to use most of the time, and it looks totally different on black. It's got a ton of colours, and the cool thing about it as well is she's put this like you see this like it looks like it's like a cardboard. It is cardboard, but it's a certain cardboard that don't allow moisture to let this go hard.
Right.
So if you have pastes in the past where they've gone hard, this sort of like moisturised cap inside here keeps it all like
nice. That's cool.
Really cool. So let's just grab this here.
And I love how it's just a tiny bit. It's just, I don't think the camera will capture as, if you tilt it to, there we can see.
And I just tapped that with my finger, and look how, now my card is a clean and simple card. Is it catching it?
Yeah.
It's a clean and simple card, but I just want to add a little bit of sparkle because, you know, sparkle's cool, sparkle's cool. So I'm just going to take my glue here and just add some spots of glue, just randomly. And I'm going to just layer this straight onto that white topper and just create some lovely foliage dimension. Now, if you cut several of these and twist the design, you will end up with a really packed out frame wreath. Let's bring in our card here. Oh, I forgot to stamp my sentiment in the middle. What a plonker. It's a bit early, isn't it?
Don't compose yourself now.
So if you see here, if you do it like this way, you can offset, you can heighten it, you can do whatever you want. So I'm just going to pop it nice on that window there. Set it in place best you can. And I don't want it all to stick flat. I would like some of
you're going to want some lift.
Yeah, you want some. I want some 3D elements in there. And I was going to stamp just a plain sentiment in there and just leave it as is. So that look at that. So you could either go landscape, portrait.
Wow.
That's portrait.
Yeah, that's portrait.
How beautiful that is, all landscape. So if you are making a Christmas card, you could put your whole bunch of family in there and the Christmas jumpers if you wanted to. Look how dimensional that is just from having the two optional dies.
That is gorgeous. I love that die.
Super
and I love
easy.
the papers as well. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, of course, if we are live here this Monday at 9 a.m., launching the pick of the week, which is, of course, stands by me. If you want to secure your order, now is the time to check out your baskets. Basically, your only thing that you need to consider is whether you want to flexi buy it or not. And remember, if everything has got flexi, the flexi admin fee will be added to your first payment. But of course, there you can get then everything in one order with cap PMP at $3.99. 350689 is your item number. And of course, if you want to watch more content, like for instance, more demos or know behind the scenes a little bit, we have got a TV app as well.
Ever bought something and thought, I can't remember how to use this? Or need some extra inspiration? Then look no further, as the Create and Craft app is available on your smart TV, smartphone and tablet. It's your one-stop place for all things crafty. It's easy to find in the App Store of your connected TV or device, bringing you a whole world of creativity, from live TV across 2 channels to catching up on the last 7 days of shows. And if you watch us on Freeview or Virgin, you can experience your favourite Create and Craft content in high definition. There's top tips and interviews with your favourite guest experts, special demonstrations and exclusive content, even behind-the-scenes gossip. Plus, you'll find your TV schedule, so you can plan what and when to watch for the week ahead. For the best in creativity, go to the Create and Craft app today. The smarter way to watch, shop and enjoy crafting wherever you are.
And well, we are back here on Create and Craft. Over a quarter of the stock of the pick of the week has already gone in under half an hour of the first show. This is a stock that should last us the full week, but I don't think it's gonna last us because it is the brand new chapter 2 of the Pretty Things Inside. We are getting basically everything we need in terms of papers, stencils, stamps and dies to create beautiful cards.
I feel like sometimes as crafters we need a little bit of a help to bring things together because we spend more time hunting around our craft rooms trying to find things that coordinate. So having them in a beautiful presentation where you know it's all going to work beautifully is a tick for me, absolutely. So you get your papers which will work beautifully with the silhouette stamps. You have that creative die that we just showcased for a couple of minutes ago. You get those 2 stencils, and a lot of these components in this kit can be utilised as independents as well, so you can team them up with anybody else's inks, anybody else's stamps, anybody else's dies. You know, it's complete share the love of craft system right before your eyes. And the stamps are timeless, so they're not a niche in any way, sense or form. You can just stamp one of those and it will make a great celebratory card, or you could stamp it and make a sympathy card if that's what you need to do. And then the exterior die of that frame is going to give you a shaped card too. So you get all of that, and then also on top of that, this time what I've done is I've popped this lovely free workshop in here, creating this mini album that Elaine's made on my design team, and we're going to do it together. So you'll get the leaflet inside when you buy the bundle, and we were going to do this album together using all of the wonderful items that are on set.
That's
today.
So beautiful. Very busy for this collection. Now you can go for individuals on their own. Very busy for that as well. The paper pad on its own, details coming up. And now this is the consumable of this bundle. So many of you are adding a second set of it. A quarter of the stock on its own has now gone. 845021 is your item number, and of course less than £13.99 in the club. And remember, everything you can flexi buy as well on the show and on the website. Into the Woods stamp set, 5 stamps that you are getting here, so 2 A6, and then of course the stamps in there. 568 689 is your item number. Now the bird song stamp. Yep. Sorry, that's one. That's the one. 177263 is your item number. And if you look at the price and the price of the papers, that is the saving that you are getting in the club when you go for the full bundle. So if you want the die, if you want the stencils and the larger stamp set, go for the full bundle, because the other 2 items will come with a free of charge. Of course, also the workshop there in as well. Now the stencils there as well, there are those stencils that you're thinking, oh, I'm going to use them so much, because just adding a little bit of the herringbone, a little bit of texture, it's only £8.99, and of course in the club £8.09. 273781 is your item number. And then we have got the Ditzy Floral as well. Again, another fabulous kind of a stencil there, 752830. And I'm going to show a couple of samples because I know we have got a few of them here, and they are absolutely stunning. Now, if you wanted to die, go for the bundle, because that is how to get them the easiest way right now. Then you have got, of course, the dies and the stamps combined together, creating the shape as well of the card, and those beautiful, beautiful stamps creating that beautiful kind of nocturnal element in there. The papers, you can see the herringbone stencil coming through as well, and the stamps there as well. If you want yours, well, the full bundle, 350689. Pretty things indeed. Now with that saving, that is over £24 if you are in the club. then it's worth going for it, because you're getting the paper pad for free basically and a stamp set. Now, something else very busy as well is the beautiful carte blanches from Stamps by Me. Now, this you are getting all 5 colors in the 7x7 size, so 125 in total. The colors are so Stamps by Me, right?
They are. So what I've done with these 2 bundles is we have a square collection, which is this one, which is a 7x7, and we also have our rectangle 6x8s in the next one. And what I've been doing is I've been putting a set of square and a set of rectangle together, but you've all been saying, but I only do rectangle cards. So what I've done is I've separated them. I've put them in 2 of our bundles. So you get white, cream, fuchsia, teal, and the dove grey, all in square. So if you like your square cards, and I've put them all in one big bundle because I feel like it's January, it's a new year, it's new craft. Maybe you're running low on your card blanks and envelopes. This is such a great deal to get you going, to have a stash of card blanks and envelopes. And they're not your traditional card blanks and envelopes. They're coloured on the inside as they are the exterior, and the envelopes are thick enough to be put through your embossing folders. They don't warp, they don't crinkle when you wet the flap, and they have the lovely traditional classic flap. Let me just show you here. Here. Yes. So they are thicker, they are absolutely beautiful, and they are coloured as well on the inside as well, because normally they're ugly and they're white on the inside. So you are paying for something that is really, really lovely for somebody who's extra special maybe, or you just want to elevate your card making in general. So you have white, cream, dove grey, fuchsia, and teal. Colour, fuchsia, teal and grey is probably not the colours you normally see, but you know, it's sometimes nice to have different coloured card blanks in your stash to create an extra special card.
Well, if you want this complete collection, 770-778 is your item number. With a £21.30 saving in the club, you can of course flexi-buy it. Now, the 6x8. Now, I'm going to say this is one size that you may be forgiven to think, oh, basically it's an A4 folded in half. No, this is larger than that, because the 6 inches, you know, an A4, you wouldn't be able to fold it in half and have 6 inches in one side.
Absolutely not. So 6x8, you're probably thinking, well, normally cards are 5x7, are they not? And normally 8x8. So we did 7x7 because I think people are trying to get their cards a little bit smaller. And we've done 6x8 instead of 5x7 because our painted mounts that we bring a ton to you are 5x7. And I felt like if you had 5x7 cards, you would have to cut the mounts down from 5x7. I don't want you cutting into those lovely mounts and those incredible designs. So I did the cards 6x8. If you want to cut them down to 5x7, you have scope to do that. We can always take away, but we can't add on. Absolutely, indeed.
932-516 is your item number. £42.96 for 125. But remember, you are getting the cards and the envelopes, and you are getting a fabulous saving in the club. Now, we also have a brand new stamp duo. This is the Good Vibes and Celebrate You, with £11 saving in the club for a brand new stamp. This is a great deal. £26.98 is your price. 517442 is your item number. We also have got the Busy Bee bundle. 2/3 of the stock has gone. I'm not surprised. And remember, everything on the show, once it's gone, is gone. So if you want to secure yours, this is one of the ones that is really in danger to disappear this hour. That beautiful embossing folder with the bee is just phenomenal. 923145 is your item number.
Right, let's have a look at Celebrate You. So as always, with Stamps by Me packaging, you get the QR code, and this is just a hub of activity. So this is going to take you to where you can request videos, you can see videos, and you can also see step-by-steps, photographic ones from our Karen as well. So you can see some other ones which are coming as well. So let's be a little bit creative with some ink here. Now, the silhouette system is super cool. So before, when we had our reflection collection, what would happen is you would just get the top of the stamp like so, and then we would have to stamp the stamp onto some acetate and turn it over and reflect it down, and it never looked any good at all. And everybody else made it look easy, but for some reason I just couldn't do it. And that's where Reflection Collection was born, because it frustrated me to death. I'm like, I want to get that look, but I can't do it. So it's built in, so you can put black ink at the top of the stamp and grey at the bottom, so it really does give you that reflective design if you want to. You don't have to use the bottom if you don't want to. Put a piece of paper down there if you, or just do it in a solid black. It looks cool. So let's just show you a card. So I've got a piece of watercolour card here. Let's get an ink pad. Let's just move these out of the way. So any ink pad, let's do a summer type style card. So let's do some pink. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the ink pad and I'm just going to swipe it across the card. Nothing fancy. And so let's go pink in the middle. This is watercolour card, okay? So when I activate it with some water, it's going to get brighter. And I do like a few lines in my artwork, so I'm just going to tilt my ink pad off to the right a little bit. So there's a little bit of pink, a bit of orange. So I'm just coming in from the sides.
Okay.
Sorry about the hand, I'm just going to...
No, that one.
Like so. And then let's get a bit of yellow. And then down this side. So, and then what we will do is we will activate some of that with a little bit of water. So I'm just going to put some on my hand, give that a little bit of a... Don't think my heat gun's plugged in yet.
Oh, shall I plug it in?
That's my fault, sorry.
I'll put it in.
So you can see now, I'm just going to leave that water on there and it's just going to activate that ink, give that a clean.
All working, should be working.
There we go.
Yeah, perfect. Now I have to say, those color inks are just, oh, the Prickly Color Insights inks are amazing. You know, you were very kind, you gave me a set and I did a little tutorial for Create and Craft. This is something, just a quick technique. And oh my goodness, you know, it's one of those techniques that when you spread some water on and you can see the vibrancy of the color coming through, you realize how good the color is. And it sounds stupid to say, but what I mean is that even though they are dye-based inks, they are so intense in color that it means that you are gonna see the perfect hue. The hue doesn't change. It's just that gorgeous vibrancy. It's just absolutely stunning. And I love this collection of colors. It's just bright, it's cheerful, it's happy.
Yeah, and I think if you're lucky, there might be a set on the web. Might be.
Oh, yeah.
And it comes with the cubes as well, which is totally cool as well. There might be, they sold out on my last show. Some might have bounced back. You might have to have a check. So I'm just drying this off here. So I didn't bleach it out with some tissue, I'll let it just settle itself, so I've got like a watermark. And then what we're going to do is we'll grab our Eureka and we'll build a scene now. So the swiping technique, if you're not confident with watercolour and things like that, get an ink pad and swipe it. It's a real cool technique. So let's just grab this here. Let's just grab our...
Oh, we have got a lovely email. Now, this email is from Kim, I believe. Good morning to Paula and Toni. Stands by me are my favorite.
Aww.
Everything Toni brings to us is so of wonderful quality and great value. She is so passionate about craft and making it simple for everyone to make stunning cards. If I could, I would purchase everything that Toni brings to us. Her demos are so full of tips and ideas. Thank you for your precious time. It is really informative and an education when you are pretty new to crafting. So Toni, please keep on bringing us your amazing products and showing us how to make stunning cards.
Aww.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. So what was that lady's name?
Kim Foster.
Kim. Thank you, Kim. That's super kind. I think I recognise the name. So this is watercolour card, so it's got a texture, but look already, it looks like they're walking into a sunset, doesn't it? But let's just make it a little bit darker.
Yeah.
So when you're working on watercolour card, it's good to have a sort of an aid or something, so you can go back in and, you know, repeat stamp if you need to.
Right. We have had another message from
so
Ellen.
much,
Good morning. Of course, if you want to email us in studio@createandcraft.com. Good morning. I just wanted to say how great that the cards and envelopes are. I got the fuchsia, teal and grey ones previously. I knew as soon as I saw them that I had to get them. As soon as I saw them, all they need is an embossing folder with white ink. I have made a stash out of them, ready just to add a sentiment when I need it. Of course, those beautiful cards, embossing folder, white ink, get it. Absolutely perfect, Ellen. Thank you for your email, Ellen, and of course, thank you for your email as well, Kim. If you want to send an email, studio@createandcraft.com.
So this is a tree, look. This is a tree on the set, but I'm going to use it like it's creeping in from the side as if I've got a tree cascading in. So I'm just going to tilt my tree as if it's coming in there.
Nice.
So let's get some. Now I'm using black because I love the silhouette element of it, but of course you can use a coloured ink, spray it with water, have fun with it.
Oh,
just fell into place as well, didn't it?
Yeah. If that happens, just press that, right?
That was like somebody's on my side today, because normally that would have just like blobbed straight into the middle of my card, but it didn't. It stuck. Is it going to come off? There we go.
Perfect.
So now we've got we're now building our lovely scene. Let's hope it sticks this time. It probably won't fall in the same place twice, guys. Quick.
That is beautiful.
It's so easy to sort of like create your own scene here. I'm not doing anything that, you know, is overcomplicated, and I'm just going to capture a little bit of a tree coming across the
And
top.
you're using just the stamps that come in that duo, which is Good Vibes and Celebrate You. Which you can pay just £13 and 49 today if you flex it in the club. Of course, the admin fee will be added to that payment, but I think it's less than a coffee, the admin fee, and it allows you to make sure that you kind of, you know, you
I think it's wonderful that you have the facility to be able to do that, because you can't just go
anything.
into any other shop
Absolutely.
and say, hey, I'll take that tin of beans on.
Oh, can you imagine?
I think it's wonderful. If people need it, it's wonderful, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a brush, because we've got reactive ink on there. If you wet your brush, you can bleach out, you can add splats, whatever you want to do. So let's just pop some paint on here, water on here. I'm just going to take some water, and then let's just blend this out a little bit. Let's ground it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like they're floating too much.
Yeah.
Pull the colour down if you want to. And then you could just stamp a sentiment. Now, a cool thing to do is if you are trying to create like a sunset-y type style, so there's a reflection. Let's just put a bit of yellow in. No, I won't bother. A white gel pen.
Right.
Add the white gel pen if you want to, but let's just get this onto a card. So the thing that I like to do with this one is I like to take my black ink, and I just like to take it around the edge, so it sort of acts as a little bit of a matte layer, so a thin black matte layer, rather than having to matte layer it onto a black. If you go all the way around, and it doesn't look like it's doing anything when you first do it, until you actually lay it onto the card, and that's what I'm going to do in a second. So let's just get a black sort of shadow.
Right.
And then when you lay it on your card, let's just move this out of the way. Oopsie daisy. Thank you. And if you lay it on your card, look. Not upside down.
Well, I mean, it's a reflection, so it could be like you're looking at that and at the reflect. That's so pretty.
So we just swiped it with some ink. So if you're a little bit like, I don't want to pick a brush, I don't know how to, but you could get your water and bleach out.
Like a moonlight or a sun
water on my
for a
thing.
sunset.
Yeah,
or you could even do that with the light in there as well.
Because I have used a nice black, if I add a circle on here, I haven't got any tissue to bleach it out, but you could put your own moon in there, bleach it out with some tissue, and have a lovely sort of moon coming in. Play around with it.
Absolutely stunning. Thank you so much, Toni, for that beautiful demonstration. And remember, you are getting 2 stamp sets. Our Toni only has used 1 stamp set, and not every single stamp to create that gorgeous card. So many possibilities, and again, sentiments. Now, we have got another brand new collection, which is the Busy Bee, and this is a Busy Bee shop. 3/4 of the stock has gone, so soon we'll be approaching 80.
Can I run it through?
Yes, absolutely. Now, because of course the Busy Bee collection has the paper pad. Now, the paper pad, as I'm showing you, is single-sided, but it has that beautiful distress effect with those gorgeous purples and aubergine sort of tones. Beautiful degradation, so perfect to stamp on. And on top of that, you are getting that stunning Busy Bee folder, which is the first time that I see an embossing folder that features bees, but in a proper, nice, large way.
Can I borrow it, please, Paula? Thank you, darling. Right, I'm just going to show you really quickly. I'm going to do it on black and then on some of that paper. So let's quickly do it before we run out of time. So this is so cool.
Yeah.
You're going to get some lovely now if you like your clean and simple cards,
Yeah.
this is amazing, particularly if you like the embossed look. So let's run this one through. Thank you very much, thank you. Let's run this one through. And I'll let you show that while I just cut another piece of paper.
Right,
Paula.
so I'm going to show it here. Look at that. I'm not there.
Hopefully you'll see it, and then I'll highlight it in a second.
Look at that. And then if I do it like this, it's a bit
see it?
better. Yeah. Ah, it's absolutely
the emboss or the deboss?
This is the
Wow.
deboss, but that is, of course, showing it a bit better because it's black and, of course, with the bright lights. This is really amazing.
I'll highlight them in a second. Let me just run them both through.
Yeah.
Can you just borrow that again?
Yeah, of course.
And then we'll bring them to life with some ink.
Nice. Nice. And this will work with the smaller die cutting machines, but I would imagine as well with the Pro Cut will work beautifully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
So let's run this one through. And then, well, what we'll do is, if I have got my gilding wax, so I'll do some gilding wax on the black and we'll use white on this one. Right. So let's just show you this one first. So this is on that incredible, like, concrete type style paper. If I just tilt that forward, you can just see that in the background.
Right.
But let's bring it...
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
If I tilt it, just see it now. Let me bring it to life.
Yeah.
Oof, let me show you now.
If you see it in real life, you can say 80% now gone. You know how it's gonna go. Of course, limited stock. And once it's gone, like everything else on the show is gone. So if you want to secure your order, there's only one way to do it. Is to put it in your baskets and check out. Oh, I love that. Your white ink pad is phenomenal.
It is, it's brilliant. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. So there is your incredible, I mean, you could watercolour this.
Yeah.
You could do anything you want, just rattle it. So there's your B on the white. I'll let you do that one.
That is phenomenal, yeah. That is that. There we go.
So nice. And then let's do some wax on the black one. Just get a tidy station here, Tony. Let's just get rid of some of the rubbish. Can I just have that, darling?
Absolutely.
So we'll just leave that on there.
And some of the wax. Oh my goodness.
So this is
That's beautiful.
This is a little bit different to the norm. So let's add.
Oh, I like that. Oh, look at that is perfect.
So you get. I'll hold it up in a second. So it gets all of his lovely legs. His legs have even got. He's got hairy legs.
Oh, that's incredible. The amount
Look at
of
the detail.
Yeah.
So if I just give that a good old burnish across there, like so.
That is fabulous. I absolutely
and
adore
I'll do
that.
it on the deboss too, because the deboss on our HD embossing folders is equally as beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So you really don't have to be careful. You can use your white ink pad, get into all those grooves. You can you can see the veins in his little wings.
Nice. That is just so beautiful. Absolutely. I think everybody needs a bee in their life.
Everybody needs a lovely bee in their life. And that's the deboss side as well, so you can see the incredible detail.
That is just gorgeous. We are approaching limited stock, so soon it will be gone. And remember, once it's gone, it's gone. So if you want to secure yours, the only way to do that is by checking out your baskets. Another email that we have got from Kathy this time. Right, Kathy, good morning, Toni, Paula, and the rest of the team. Good morning. You are such a bad influence, Toni. I tell myself...
I'm always in trouble.
Yes, you are. I tell myself I will not spend any more money. I won't buy anything else for a while. And what happens? I watch the show or look at your website and I forgot all my good intentions. I have bought some things. Of course, Kathy, you have. Please don't tell anyone. I haven't even got dressed yet, and I already have purchased. Well, I hope you are not, in the cold. Right, I have got sidetracked when I saw you were on Create and Craft. Another good intention gone to pot. Like they say, hell is full of good intention, people. but a lot of crafty. Lots of big crafty hugs to all. That is Kathy in Wakefield. You know what?
Thank you, Kathy.
We are limited stock on the Basic Bee. That means that 90% already gone. If you want to secure yours, there's only one way. And you can flexify it into interest-free payments of $8.99 in the club. And then we have got another email from Bridget. Morning, really enjoying the demos, Toni. All your products are so good and well worth the money. Stands by me are the best. That is what Bridget says.
Thank you so much. Just everybody's so kind.
Well,
I was having a bit of a wobble this morning though, coming past all the trucks and the lorries with that wind. I was like, oh, I don't think I've made a great decision here. We're travelling all this way for a show.
Wind
it was epic. I just took my time. That took me way longer than anticipated, but you know, the wind slow is better to get here safe. So I'm going to use this lovely stencil, and the reason why I asked Sarah if I could have some of her pastes, although she told me there's not many, I was like, can I have it in my show, because I have some nice stencils, and you all know that I'm really fond of my eyes ink pastes as well, but Sarah's colours that she's done are so unique and so different. They're really, really lovely. So I'm going to use my fave. I have got them all. Let me just show you. I have got them all. I haven't just brought that one.
What I love about them is the way that she has mixed different hues coming through.
Yeah, I have got them all. She was kind enough to give me them all, but my favourite is definitely this one. And the reason is because I know I'm going to use it for tons of things, and these are all like project driven, aren't they? So if you have a particular style that you like, but let's just run this one through here. So it dries pretty quick as well, although I'm going to leave this for when I come back to my demo at 1 o'clock, because this is part of my next demo. I'm just going to show you it through now. So it's I mean, look at that. Wow. Is that not just delicious? So it looks different on black to what it does on white, so experiment with them. If you've got these, I mean, she was only on, when was she on? She was on with you, wasn't she?
Yeah, it was last week.
So hopefully you've got yours home already, and you've been playing with them.
But if you haven't got them, yours, you can go for them right now. Remember, CAP, PMP, and you can flexify them as well. Starlight is the one that Toni is using. Details at the bottom of the screen, 726044.
So just scratch off the excess. It's super fine glitter as well. It's not an ugly mess. It's really, really pretty. And then when I pull this off here, you're going to see how incredible this stencil is.
Oh, wow. And that showcases as well the iridescent nature of that Stella paste. But I love this stencil because it's one of those ones that it's slightly distressed, it's slightly geometric, it's slightly, you know, how would I say, all year round. You can use it for Christmas, you can use it for right now, you can use it for maybe more mechanical sort of projects. It's perfect for mixed media, it's perfect for car making, and that's one of the stencils that is included in that Pretty Things Inside collection, the chapter number 2. You're getting another stencil, 2 stamp sets, die set, the paper pad, and of course you are getting that workshop as well. Now, if you were going for individuals, you will be paying a lot more, and some of them actually have they are very, very much in danger of not being available on their own. So if you want to go for the full bundle with that £24.59 saving in the club, you're item number 350689. And of course, on top of that, you have got 2 flexes, which means that you can spread in interest free cost and split the payments. Right, you have got another gorgeous paste.
Yeah, so this is my prep for my 1 o'clock show. I've got cards and I wanted to use the paste. So I'm going to let this one dry. I'm just going to move it over, and I'm going to do one on white with the Ditzy Flora. Nice. This is a gorgeous stencil, by the way, guys. It's so beautiful. It's got hearts, it's got flower heads, it's got foliage. So I'm just going to pop that on there, and I'm going to use this one, which is the party dress. This is a bit yummy and all.
Right, yeah.
How are you going to decide? I've no idea, but that's not my choice. There you go. Look at the gold in there.
Yeah. Ooh, that is so gorgeous.
As you can see, since Sarah gave me, I've not stopped using them. I've got half a pot left. She'll be like, you're not having any more.
Well, she's very generous, I'm sure. Yeah. But ultimately, if you want to secure yours, now is your chance.
Beg, steal and borrow. So let's use this one now. Look how easy it goes on.
Yeah.
You know, it's just incredible. I just really, really love it. And it's just easy. It doesn't smell.
Yeah.
It has a slight odour, but it's pretty much neither here nor there, but it has to have a little bit of an odour, I guess, because of the glue, but it's, you know, it's pretty easy to work with, I have to say. It's like flora.
Yeah.
Like spreading that butter on that bread.
You know, when it's nice and warm. Oof, nice.
Yeah. And what she's done as well is the mix on them is pink. On this one is not just one pink. Normally when you get your paste, they just have one pink and another colour. She's got several shades of pink in here.
Yes, and you can
all
see
different.
gold, you can
Yeah,
see
it's
that
lovely.
beautiful red.
So let's have a look here.
Oh, beautiful.
Look how yummy that is.
Yeah.
I'll just give it a twizzle so you can see that gold.
Yeah.
Great shout to put gold in, isn't it, with the pink?
Absolutely.
So these are going to dry for my demos at 1 o'clock.
Well, and of course, at 1 o'clock, Toni will be back here on Create and Craft, so you can get more inspiration. However, the best thing to do is to secure your order, to get those incredible Pretty Things collection chapter number 2 going your way. And now we are approaching 30% of the stock of this collection, and that means that it's flying out. It means because this is a stock that should last us for a full week. Now, Toni, I have to say, can we look at the papers a little bit closer? Because to me, the papers, the colorway is already inspiration in terms of color.
I think it's getting you ready for summer, isn't it?
It is.
I love the thought of let's get into the summer vibes. This year's going to fly by. Every single year seems to absolutely fly by, and we get into January and we're like, right, we're ready for Valentine's. Now we're ready for summer, and it just flies by, doesn't it? So get ahead with your craft. Get the colours that you're going to see through the summer months and the summer birthdays and things like that. If you've got items in your stash, you can build those in too. But I would probably say these papers are really, really unique, double-sided. So these are for those special kind of people who you won't just use it probably just to use your stencils on and things like that. You would probably make more of something for somebody that's extra special as well. And that's what Pretty Things Inside is all about, is it's that extra special content that enables you to create those extra special cards for the people that we love. And it's the same with the card blanks as well. They're really, really beautiful. And it all just works incredibly well together. And we don't bring you anything that is like on the counter, like it looks like a little bit of an elephant, because it's not stamped by me. Everything we bring to you over the last however many years just works.
Now look at those gorgeous samples. The die set is incredible. It was one of those ones that I can see myself using for many, many weeks to come. And of course, if you want to take advantage of not paying for the paper pad and that glorious stamp set, the bird song, well, if you go for the full bundle, you are not paying, because the saving is such that is what you would be paying for them on their own. Now, don't forget about the happy hour. Now, remember, that is going to disappear on the end of this hour, so make sure that you take advantage of those 3 minutes and check your baskets out. Remember that we have got the BCB limited stock, which can disappear between the hours, so check your baskets out. Toni will see you at 1 o'clock.
You will.
And this Monday, on Create and Craft Monday. My brain sometimes. But now, 2 amazing legends of crafting and entertainment, Ada Humphries and John Nextdoor, coming up next with the one-day special, the amazing Perfusion crafting.
Look out for these fantastic